Hey y'all. So the next flower essence that I'm going to talk about is called Peaceful Passage. This is from Flower Essence Services. You can also get it on the iherb.com website, IHERB as in boy.com, or the Flower Essence Services website as well. I think actually this one might only be on the Flower Essence ones. I can't remember. I think they had a hospice duo of flower essences. So if any of y'all are death doulas, this essence might be super handy to have in your toolkit. I use this one a lot. And I do have an interest in becoming a death doula in the future. And so I feel like this one will be really useful for anybody interested in transition, crossing beings over, whether they're animals or human, or maybe working in spaces like cemeteries where people need help crossing, or animals need help crossing, or the lands just need support to aid beings in composting and crossing as well. So this one, I use this one more so towards the end of the pet's dying process. And this one I did not use on myself. I use this on the pets. So I would spray it kind of high above them. If you were to do it on a human, though, you would want to spray on like front of the heart, back of the heart, the sides, and then 2 to 4 sprays in the mouth, depending. And the purpose of it is embracing body soul transcendence. And what it does is it really creates like a strong, safe, secure, peaceful, energetic container for transition and crossing over. And I definitely noticed how much integrity was present for when we were facilitating energy hospice care for the pets. And it was very impressive and it was very peaceful. There was a lot of peace and there was minimal pain. I feel like, given how big Billie G's growth was on her stomach and how it was festering and oozing as bad as it was, her pain would have been much more noticeable. I know they say cats are good at masking pain, but I feel like she wasn't masking pain. I feel like she was pretty peaceful. And when we started working energy work on her, she actually became more playful and she had a lot more like pep in her final days. And I feel like it was because the energy was supporting her along with the peaceful passage, which we would spray the peaceful passage above her or above Tumbles. And then I also have, I don't think I have it in this room, do I? No, I don't. I also have like a little stuffed tiger, and we would use the tiger as surrogate for Tumbles or for Billie G, and we would set the intention to connect with our higher selves and to channel in the highest love and highest light energy to support either Tumbles or Billie G in their dying process and crossing over, helping them close out loose ends, helping them retrieve any energy they might want to retrieve, helping them bestow any messages or blessings they want to bestow, helping them make sure that they have a total clean exit leaving, and then helping them not feel like they had to stay because of us and helping us let go of them. I feel like the essence really helped, even though it wasn't sprayed directly on us. I feel like it really helped us come to terms that they're leaving. We need to do our best to help them cross over. And that is what we did. And we used the peaceful passage um, more so on the weekends when we were both home together and had more time to facilitate quality energy work. And we would be in the energy work container for about an hour with that essence sprayed around the cats and then on the surrogate. And then we are Reiki attuned. I'm Reiki 3. And then my husband at that time was Reiki level 1. And working together with the Reiki was very healing and very powerful. I feel like as it ran through us, it created the acceptance and the peace and the surrender that we needed in order for the cats to fully release and hop out of this life to the next one, or hop out of this life to helping us on the other side, because that is definitely what they have been doing since then. And I feel like it really helped bring in that understanding of like, yes, they are helping us from the other side, right? And yeah, even when Tumbles crossed over, my first energy session after she crossed, the synergy room door swung open because she used to run in and do energy work with me. And then my next session, same thing, the door swung open and um now she has little canvases of herself in here. So I feel like she doesn't feel like she has to push the door open anymore. She just pops in through the canvases. Uh, but I feel like in having that peaceful passage and having emoted as much as we emoted and having received the healing energy of the Reiki moving through us as channels channeling on their behalf to help them, that it really cleaned up the energy all around to where we can even have these interactions with them on the other side much, much easier with much more clarity. I feel like Tumbles and Billie G both come in and out all the time to help us. And then they're both definitely present with Jazz and helping her adjust to the peaceful passage that they did have. I did Olympia on Jazz to help her adjust. And there were two really clear little bubbles that just told me she had two beings watching over her. And I just knew it was Tumbles and Jazz. And I was like, that's so sweet. Like they're still with her on the other side. And I love that for Jazzy Baby. Um, and then with Tumbles, she was drooling a lot towards the end of hers, and she was uncomfortable. However, she did have gabapentin, whereas Billie G did not, and we worked a lot harder on the energy hospice care for Billie G. So we used the peaceful passage. I feel like more with Billie G. I'm trying to remember. I remember. But we used it a lot on the weekends for the longer sessions. I do remember that. And then I think it created the container for us to work hard on that. Not hard, work in a focused way, like a surgeon or something. I feel like a lot of this was like psychic surgery type stuff. There was definitely like other beings from other worlds. There were definitely past life connections, especially with tumbles. And I feel like the energy work and the peaceful passage really helped us keep our karmic scales good with one another and really helped only leave like a wake of love and acceptance, and an understanding of, okay, we still have each other. We're just going to have each other in new ways on the other side. And the peaceful passage, I feel like really helped with that as well. And so, like when doing hospice work, I think this might be helpful in helping humans cross over and have that acceptance and that healing in their energy field that then ripples to those that they're connected to and brings that healing into their energy fields as well. Which then, if you are working with energy and essences, or maybe essences and then a sound healing, or like a sound bath, if they allow you to, that could be really beautiful experience and ceremony and way to send somebody off. And then what else? I also have used the peaceful passage, not just for like beings crossing over, but I've used it for when I'm going into really deep dive meditations and journeys within myself. I'll spray it in my mouth to help me go into those places I really need to get into, or those really hard to access places, so that I don't come back all wonky with my wiring, because sometimes that happens and then I need a little extra integration time. And it's been really helpful for helping me like go really far back in time and then weave and come back to the now, with a lot more, I feel like, grace and cat-like skills. That's interesting. I haven't thought of it. Cat-like prowess. Thought of it like that. So there's also that. It's good for like journeying. I feel like if you were to do um psychedelics journey, it could be interesting to start your journey with the peaceful passage. And then if you have someone babysitting for you, you could go ahead and have them maybe remind you to take the spray in the middle of the journey and then close the journey with that. Because when we are journeying with these plant medicines, there are a lot of eco deaths. There are a lot of like fragments that get retrieved for the soul. And I do feel the flowers would be very, very useful for that. I have not yet tried that. If I do, I'm sure I'll make a video on it, but it won't be for a while. Um, but yeah, that I think it would be really helpful if you sprayed on the front of your heart, back of your heart, sides of your heart, and in the mouth. and worked with intention on your journey on what exactly it is that you're wanting to heal within yourself, to explore within yourself, to retrieve, to become more whole in the heart with that essence, and then closing with that, I think could be very, very powerful and healing for many people. I don't feel that enough people go into their journeys with enough self-awareness and groundedness in their bodies. And then sometimes the journeys take them every which way, and it's hard to discern like what's real, what's not real when they come out of it. And uh, for those people, perhaps working with intention and then working with flower essences would create a nice little safety orb and shield that would keep out any jester energy, any like joker, tomfoolery, bamboozling energy that can show up in those journeys as well. Let's see, anything else? No, I think that's it. So that is Peaceful Passage Flower Essence. If you've used it, let me know how it has worked for you or what you've observed in it, especially if you've used it in humans. I'm curious. I know I'll definitely probably be using it once I get into death dueling. And I feel like there's a way to use it in cemeteries. I have not figured out how yet because it's been a while since I visited one. It used to be one of my hobbies to visit cemeteries. But life be lifing, and I haven't made it that way for a while. Um, but yeah, leave your comments down below. And then if you haven't already subscribed, go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you would like to receive more flower essence content in your feed. And then, yeah, see you in the next one. Bye.